Can we buy a house without capital? Well, it depends on how we play the game, and if we know how to play it, we can buy with minimal or no capital at all. So now let's check out the ways to buy the house without capital. So before that, we need to understand these few criteria. So number one is that we need to understand the cost of buying a house. Among the common costs would be down payment, renovation costs, and legal fees. And in the normal case, when you purchase a house, especially for first time and second house, you can normally get up to 90% LTV based on the SPA price of the property. And in this case, you need to pay the 10% down payment, right, to cover the remaining amount, the balance amount from the SPA price. So criteria number two is that you need to know about cashback. So if you guys don't know what is cashback or want to know more about it, please refer back to the video up here. So just to brief a bit about cashback. So it comes in two ways. Either it's direct freebies from developers, or when they offer higher rebates, right? And you have an extra amount after you deduct the loan amount that you get from the bank, and that extra cash will be your cashback. So we're using this cashback, right, in a way that we don't need to come up with our own capital from our pocket to purchase a house. So this is what we call buy a house without capital. But there's an argument here that some people say that it's still your money, it's not free capital anyway. In regard to this matter, you need to know what is leveraging first, and you know the answer. As we can see, even companies as big as those Fortune 500, they are still leveraging with loans from financial institutions, right, for the expenditures such as acquiring another companies, etc. So number three is that you need to know leveraging with other people's money. So this concept is not known to a lot of people, but you definitely need to know it to grow into the next level. As mentioned just now, there's a purpose for financial institutions such as banks exist in our society, even nowadays, and to be able to lend money for credit expansion. If you look around other countries, developed countries in particular, we're looking at their financial sector is one of their main contributor to the economy's output. And this implicates the importance of financial sector, especially in the credit expansion of the country's economy. Understand this concept, and you know that it's sort of free capital in a way that you're buying without capital with this way. And property is one of the best ways to leverage. Think of it, banks in Malaysia only provide mortgage to two types of financial assets. One is property, the other one is ASB. Why? Because in the case that there's default, right, banks will be able to recoup back their capital through the selling of the financial assets, which is different as compared to other financial assets. Now the ways of buying a house without capital, here's the answer, right? Just buy a house with cashback. But it is not as simple as it sounds, because there's a lot to be considered when you decide to purchase a property. Although it is quite common in nowadays, especially in 2021, when we are still recovering back from COVID-19, and while developers are having hard time for their cash flow. But not all. So we are seeing a lot of rebates offering out in the market, and we have these extra opportunities to purchase it without capital. Another way that we can do it is that through the markup loan from the help of bankers and valuers, right? You can even get cashback from that. And this is very common in sub-sale market. So here's the caveat. The caveat is that we need to know that there's certain considerations to be made before you decide to purchase a property. There's a lot of projects with cashback options in the market nowadays, although it's very likely not to exist in 2 to 4 years to come when we are in the boom period. So just another piece of information, to avoid being trapped into the common people's mentality, we need to think fundamentally about the things we are experiencing, especially when the market is a market whereby it is actually, when people feel good about the current situation, they think it will persist over the years, but it is not. And it same goes to when people feel bad about the current situation, whereby they feel that COVID-19 will make people suffer forever, right? It is not the case. As we can see, we've recovered from a few major pandemics around the world over the years, right, for the past several decades or even hundreds of years. So to avoid that kind of mentality, we need to look from the bigger picture, so to know how to leverage it well. and with less risk. So here's the bonus. Buying with a capital is not a sure win for everyone, right? You still need to do study before you make the final purchase. Until you know all the pros and cons and all the numbers about the property, you need to study first before that. Bear in mind there's no property with zero cons, and we just have to juggle in between the pros and cons and all the numbers. So here's the conclusion. Buying house do not need capital if we know how to do it. That's number one. Number two is that leverage with property is one of the best combinations you can have to take you to another level. But do it with numbers, not with your preference. So thanks for watching.
Please hit the like, share, and subscribe button if you want to see my next video.